Hi, my name is Amy Green, and I'm going to be presenting on Chapter 2, Measuring and Profiling Self-Regulated Learning in the Online Environment. The main focus of this chapter is based on current literature about the measurement of online self-regulated learning, which is abbreviated as SRL. We will also explore the area of online SRL measurements with regard to profiling SRL behaviors in technology-enhanced learning environments, also known as TELE. To begin, we will look at how technology-enhanced learning environments are increasing in higher education. In particular, distance learning in the post-secondary level is rapidly growing. In the academic year of 2000 to 2001, there were approximately 2.8 million students that were enrolled in distance learning. In the academic year of 2006 to 2007, there were 12.2 million students enrolled in distance learning. This is a large increase in a short amount of time. To begin, let's define what online learning is, just for the purpose of the presentation. Online learning is the delivery of typical course curriculum via the medium of the internet. Within this concept of online learning, there are different modalities. The most popular is online courses, where 61% of institutions offer online courses, and 35% of institutions offer hybrid or blended courses. Based on this information presented, it is important for us to understand self-regulated learning in terms of online learning, as it is a growing area. Before we look deeper into measuring self-regulated learning, let's look at some of the characteristics of online learning. One characteristic of online learning is autonomy. Online learning eliminates the need for a specific place, meeting time, and physical materials. This gives students more control over when they learn, what they learn, and how they learn. Additionally, students have more freedom as they are able to move from topic to topic throughout the course at their own pace. Some researchers also believe that online learning creates personally relevant information. Due to online learning being characterized with autonomy, self-regulation becomes an important success factor. Self-regulated learning refers to students' general thoughts, feelings, and actions, which are systematically oriented towards attaining a goal. Self-regulated learning is carried out with skills and strategies that include, but not limited to, goal setting, environment structuring, self-monitoring, help-seeking, and task strategies. There are two challenges that researchers face. The first is finding reliable and valid measurements of self-regulated skills and strategies. The other is understanding the developmental level and profile of learners to identify ways to become self-regulated learners in the online environment. To measure SRL strategies, researchers have developed three different phases. The first phase is forethought phase. Next, we have performance volitional control phase. And the final phase is self-reflection. Forethought phase are the SLS strategies that precede learner performance, like goal setting. Performance volitional control phase are those SRL strategies such as environment structuring, self-monitoring, help-seeking, and task strategies that occur during learning. Self-reflection phase are those SRL strategies such as self-evaluation and attribution that influence learners to monitor and react to outcomes associated with their performance. Next, we're going to look at measuring SRL in a traditional classroom. There are three main measurement tools that were developed based on traditional classroom learning. The most notable being Motivated Strategies for Learning questionnaire, which examines the metacognitive structure. It's an 80-item questionnaire with responses varying from not at all true of me to very true of me. The other two measurements of self-regulated learning are Learning and Study Strategies Inventory and Self-Regulated Learning Interview Scale. The Learning and Study Strategies Inventory is an 80-item questionnaire, whereas the Self-Regulated Learning Interview Scale is when individuals respond to open-ended questions. These three SRL instruments may not be appropriate for online learning as they were designed for traditional face-to-face classroom instruction. One instrument that has been used to measure online learning is the Online Self-Regulated Learning Questionnaire. This consists of a 24-item questionnaire and can include 6 sub-processes. These include goal setting, environment structuring, help-seeking, task strategies, time management, and self-evaluation. An example of goal setting question would be, I set standards for my assignment in online courses. An example of a help-seeking question is, I am persistent in getting help from my instructor through email. There are two other methods used to measure observable self-regulated learning behaviors. They are the TRACE method and the Think Aloud protocols. TRACE methods include mouse tracking and eye movement. Think Aloud protocols include open-ended responses that can be later coded. There are some issues with the measuring of self-regulated learning. For example, one of the things that is criticized for is being biased and inaccurate. Learners tend to overestimate their SRL activities. On the other hand, TRACE methods have been suggested to be better means of SRL activities. However, they record both voluntary and involuntary movement, which can impact the results. Additionally, TRACE methods only measure cognitive and affective domains. Therefore, it might be helpful to combine with self-report methods to capture both unobservable and voluntary SRL strategies. Now, one of the ways to address these strategies is researchers came up with profiles. The purpose of these profiles is to help identify the trajectory of development of online SRL strategies and profiling characteristics of online SRL learners. The first profile is non-self-regulators. Second is forethought endorsing self-regulators, performance reflection endorsing self-regulators, super self-regulators, and competent self-regulators. Using these 5 profiles, a study was done that showed super self-regulators and competent self-regulators did not have a significant difference between the two of them in terms of their GPA. However, their GPA was higher than the other 3 profiles. Profile 1, 2, and 3 did not differ greatly in terms of their GPA, meaning learners who use disorganized online SRL strategies are just as disadvantaged as non-self-regulators. Further research needs to be done. These SRL profiles appear to be a great tool in relating SRL to academic outcomes. That being said, more research needs to be done using these profiles, specifically using different measurement tools and outside the online learning environment. Prior research has shown that learners do not automatically develop self-regulated learning skills and strategies. Therefore, developing interventions based on SRL profiles may help improve academic outcomes. Also, studies need to examine profiles across time, as learners can start in one profile and then progress to another throughout their time in school. In conclusion, practical implication of these profiles will help individuals based on their specific profile to provide them with interventions that lead to academic success.